Hey you guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a different type of video. I think it's a tag. Yes, it is a tag. It was started by Katelan Schmidt. She actually commented on one of my videos previously and said that she had kind of started this tag and said that she'd be interested in hearing my thoughts about it. So I went and checked out her video and the premise is actually pretty cool. So I decided to go ahead and do it. And I was trying to figure out the tag is if I could only keep one item per brand, right? So it's supposed to be like your absolute favorite from certain brands. So I was going through, and I'll link her video down below if you're interested, as well as all the products I'm gonna talk about. So I was going through my collection and I was like, what brands do I have? What's my favorite product from these brands? And I'm sorting through. So I will say right off the bat, I'm not doing every brand I own because through years of shopping and collecting and subscription boxes, we would literally be here all day. We have to tone it down a little bit. But I have a decent mix of things and there's plenty to talk about. So I was going through and it was honestly kind of surprising even to myself because some of this stuff I was like, duh, that's so easy. But then some of the stuff I reached for what I thought would be my favorite and then I actually thought about it, right? And I was like, ooh, that's not my favorite. Like there's other things that I would actually, if I could only pick one thing, that I would pick over this, you know? Very eye-opening, very interesting. So there's some of this stuff I've talked about before, some of this I haven't, but I feel like this is actually kind of a really interesting way to see what makeup I'm really enjoying and what makeup I actually have liked. And some of this is like much older makeup. Some of it is pretty new. So it's a good mix of things, okay? So let's go ahead and jump in. Like I said, I do have a large variety of brands here and let's get started. I'm gonna start with the absolute most basic. I'm gonna start with Urban Decay. And Urban Decay was difficult for me. I have been an Urban Decay fan forever. That was the first makeup brand that I really got into, beyond like some drugstore makeup brands, but like that was the brand that really sparked my interest. And it was before the whole naked thing happened. It was before they started making the naked eyeshadow palettes. I have loved Urban Decay forever, and they really were the turning point in the beauty community a couple of different times, right? So good. And so over the years, I mean, their eyeliners, their 24-hour glide on eyeliners, fabulous. The foundations, so good. The pressed powders, so good. Their eyeshadow palettes, so good. Their lip products, so good. Their setting spray and their eyeshadow primer are seriously two of my absolute favorites. There's so little that I don't like from Urban Decay. And I know nowadays their collections are more like hit and miss, and I ended up skipping over a lot of like the newer releases and things like that, and a lot of like the limited edition collections that they've done. But so many of them, so over the years, so many of their products have been total favorites of mine. And I think though, if I had to pick just one product from Urban Decay that I would keep around, it would be the Naked palette. Like just the OG, the regular Naked. And this is the funniest part to me is I used to really like, what was the rose gold one? Naked 3, I think. That used to be the Naked palette that I thought was my favorite. But this is the one that like, I really truly think is the most versatile because the Naked 3 is pretty, Naked 2 is pretty, they're all pretty, right? I mean, even the newer ones and the newest one that just came out, that like really shimmery one, oh, that looks so pretty. We'll talk about that later though. But this one I really do think is the most versatile. This was the face of a change of the nation and everyone went crazy for it. And it really did launch this whole like neutral palette craze, you know? And this was in a time where like big palettes like this weren't as popular and it just changed everything. And I really do love this palette. There are so many pretty shades. You can make so many looks with this. You can do like just a very simple light pink look, right? You can do a neutral look. You can do a smoky eye. You can do any combination of anything. And it's so versatile and I love it. And if I had to pick one product from Urban Decay, this one surprised me because I'm not a huge neutral palette person, but I feel like this is just such an amazing fallback, right? And if I don't know what I want to do, this is the palette that I reach for. This is not my first Naked palette, by the way. I know this one does not look, it doesn't look incredibly loved, but this is not my first Naked palette. I think this, well, we're not gonna talk about how many of these I'm into. Unfortunately though, they've discontinued this, which is stupid, because this is like, why would you discontinue this? They had such a good thing going. Anyways, that's my favorite. Okay, I do have some palettes here and then I have some individual products, so we're just gonna go through, okay? Suva Beauty, I don't know if you guys have heard of them. I think Suva Beauty is more of like an indie brand, okay? They've got some really good products too. They have beautiful liquid highlights, really good brushes. Hands down my favorite though are the Hydra FX liners, you guys. So you can get these in 2 different forms. You can get them in these little pots and they come in a variety of colors. The black shade is called Grease, and then they have like a bunch of different colors. I also have Tracksuit, which is like this really dark blue one. And then you can also get them in little palettes. So these 2 came out. I don't know if they have any other ones besides these. These are the only ones that I'm aware of, because if I knew of more, I'd get more. But these are the Hydra FX palettes, and these are UV palettes. So they glow under UV lights. There is the Taffies and then the Brights. You guys, these are amazing. So literally, they're just like dry in the pan. You add water to them, they become liquefied, and they dry down so well. These palettes also come with an eyeliner brush, and the eyeliner brush from Suva is a really good brush. But these are seriously some of my favorite makeup products because they're so easy to work with. They're really good if you're doing like Halloween looks or detailed liner or anything like that. If you want like a good vibrant shade, these are your guys. But even I've had other shades of this, and I think before I really got into these, I ended up decluttering them, which one of my biggest decluttering regrets was getting rid of these, because I had one that was green and it was like Keanu Leaves. Oh, it was such a pretty shade. But these are seriously some of the best liners I've ever used. They are so bright and vibrant and pigmented. Even like the black and the dark blue are so pigmented and pretty, and they're so easy to work with. I really like the like water activated type of liners, and that's what that is. And they just, if you have not tried them, strongly recommend it. I know that there is a website, I think it's Beauty Bay. I'll find it, I'll link it down below, that you can get them really easily from. And I don't know if it's a US based site. I'll leave all the information down below. Totally worth it though. Strongly, highly recommend. Okay, from CoverFX, this one I'm actually kind of excited about. I've talked about these a lot before, and I just saw the ad scan for the new Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I know that these are part of it, and I've always said, when I can get them on sale, I'm gonna get more, and I plan on getting more. But it is the CoverFX Monochromatic Duos. The blush and the bronzer duos. I wanna get more of the blush duos. I don't need another of the bronzer duos, but I have the bronzer one in Sunkissed Bronze. Oh, and it is phenomenal. And then the blush duos, I only have one, and I have it in Soft Peach. It's so pretty. It is seriously, and I'm not normally a peachy person, but this is absolutely stunning. I love this so much. And so I plan on getting more during the new Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale because I need more of these in my life. They're like $42 I think though, so during the Ulta sale they're like $21, which is still ugh, but I'm gonna get them because I have been lusting after more of these for so freaking long that I feel like I feel like it's worth coughing up the money for it. But seriously, these are so pretty. You have a matte blush and then a shimmer blush in like this corresponding monochromatic tone. Ooh, and they go on so smoothly. They last all day. The matte blush is my favorite. It looks so gorgeous on the skin. The shimmer one does too, but I am like normally this right here is my absolute favorite. So CoverFX, I've tried a lot of products from them too. Their face palette is like, I'm so close to using up the entire palette. That's how much I like it. But there's something to be said, even as much as I like that, I like these more. These get me so excited. And it's something that seems so simple, right? And these are an older product. They're not new or anything. But this is what I want more of in my life immediately. From Hourglass, this one I had a really hard time with, okay? Because I really thought it was gonna be the Lighting Edit palettes, right? The little 6-pan holiday edition palettes that they come out with. This is like my 3rd or 4th because I buy them and I actually use them up entirely. And it's not. If I had to pick one product from Hourglass, it actually would not be this. And like I said, that's really surprising to me because I really love those palettes, obviously. They're like $80, I think, and they're limited edition for holiday releases, and yet every year I buy one and then I use it up by the time the next one rolls around. It's insane how much I like them. However, short story long, my favorite Hourglass product is the primer. This is the Veil Mineral Primer. This is actually a new bottle. I just got a new bottle. This is one of the best primers I've ever used. So it has SPF 15 in it, which is great. It's an oil-free primer. But this primer, the texture of it is unlike anything that I've ever used. It literally, this is a brand new bottle. It literally comes out like this, right? And it just sinks into your skin. But you can use this with any foundation. It doesn't matter. and it makes every foundation look good. And so I actually heard about this several years ago because someone in a video had said that when she did foundation try-ons, this was the primer that she used because it didn't matter what kind of foundation it was. This was her go-to. It worked with everything. Totally true. This is the best primer hands down. My only issue with it is extremely pricey. So I don't always have one, but when I can get a deal on it, when I can get some type of discount, absolutely I'll buy one. This is hands down the greatest primer ever. Switching over to some drugstore type products, Milani, I've also really liked for years. They have one of my favorite foundations, the one with the concealer like in the foundation. Oh, that is so good for high coverage. I really like that. I really like their liquid eyeliners. I really like their powders and their bronzers. Those rose blushes they do are gorgeous. Seriously, so many products I love from them. If I can only pick one though, it would be these. I bought these. These are the Cheek Kiss liquid blushes. I have Nude Flush and Rose Romance. I think I bought these because I was doing like a drugstore try-on video and they intrigued me and I was like, okay, I need to get a blush anyways. I'll just get these. You guys, I had gotten the Glossier Cloud Paints after hearing about them for years, right? I heard so many great things. I got them. I tried them. They were good. These are so much better. And I don't know if these are meant to be like a dupe for the Glossier Cloud Paints, but they are so freaking good. Seriously, they blend into your skin so seamlessly. They're so easy to blend. You need the smallest amount, right? Just like the tiniest little dab. And then look at that, right? And you can make that as pigmented or as kind of blended out as you want. But like, look at how far that was one dot and look at how far that goes. Oh my god, it's so pretty. These are so worth it. And these are like $6. They're so affordable, so worth it. I love these. Cannot do anything else. Those are gorgeous. Speaking of blushes though, this one, I keep saying it was interesting to me. Colourpop. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I really like Colourpop. Their eyeshadows, some of my absolute favorites, right? Their eyeshadow palettes, the 9 pans, I love those. I have so many of those. They're great. Some of the larger palettes, I've got several of those. They're great. I think the only thing that I've tried that I haven't really liked from Colourpop was that one foundation that they had, and I don't even think they make it anymore. The eyeliners and I had a little bit of a rough go about it, but I like them. The lip products, they're good. I mean, really, like almost everything that I've tried from them I've liked. And I like the glitters and the colored mascaras and everything, okay? It comes down to my absolute favorite. It's the Super Shock Cheeks. This one happens to be in the shade Between the Sheets. It's not this exact shade, it's just the Super Shock Cheeks in general. But you guys, these are so good. It's a cream to powder formula and they're so like almost like bouncy, right? Like, do you guys remember the Maybelline bouncy blushes? They remind me a lot of that. But then again, they blend out. I'm putting a lot on my hand just to show you guys. That was a lot. I would not put that on my face. But they blend out, and look at that shade, right? And it blends out into this beautiful powder. You can put this over foundation and it does not budge the foundation. It is great. If you like cream blushes, but you find them to be too difficult to work with, these are a great alternative. They are very pigmented, so what I like to do, so you don't end up with that, is I actually just take a powder blush brush and I apply it that way. And it gives you just this gorgeous flush. And I love these so much. Again, super affordable. They're like $6 a piece. I have them in a bunch of different shades from a bunch of different collections. And they are astounding. If I could only pick one product from Colourpop, this would be it. For sure. From Milk Makeup, oh, that one was a tough one because I grabbed something and I was like, it's this. And then I was like, oh, no, it's that. Milk Makeup and I don't love a lot of their products because I don't love the stick format for most things, and that's kind of their whole thing. I like some of their products though. Their cream bronzer is really nice. I like that. I like some of their skincare. They have good products. However, I have my absolute favorite, the one that I cannot live without, the one that is my absolute favorite if I can only pick one from this brand. This is what I would pick. And then I also do have a runner-up I'd like to mention. This is if I can only keep one product from each brand plus runner-ups. Okay, so if I could only keep one product from Milk, it would be the Hydro Grip Primer. I'm obsessed with this. I tried a sample of this forever ago. It is such a good primer. I'm trying to use up some of my older primers before I use this like a whole lot, but I have used this a bit. This is one of my all-time favorite primers. This sticks to everything, and it really does leave your skin. Like, it comes out this like gel texture, and then it really does leave your skin this like tacky feeling, right? And everything sticks to it. Not in like a cakey way though. Like, it's science. It's magic. I love it. This, if you're going to try out anything from this video, if you have not tried this stuff already, try this. This is so good. And it's one of those things that it had a really big hype for a while, and then it kind of like the hype, I haven't heard about this in a while, but it's still so good, okay? Now runner up, I picked this up during, I think like a boxy sale or something. This is the Sunshine Skin Tint. Mine is in the shade Light. I'm actually wearing this today, and it's literally, it's a foundation, comes in this form. You push it up, and it like kind of comes out the side, and then you just rollerball it on. And it looks really gross, you guys. It looks really gross, but it blends out. It's a really good skin tone match for me, actually. And it has pretty good coverage for a skin tint. And I've said this before, I am a full coverage foundation person, but there are some like BB creams, skin tints and things like that that I actually really like. And this is one of them. Look at that. Oh, I love this so much. My fingers are trashed. This is seriously good though. It lasts all day. I like the fact that it's got an SPF in it. It has really good coverage for a skin tint. I don't think it has the greatest shade range. I'm not 100% sure because from Boxy I know there was like a very, very limited shade range. But I don't know if that was just a Boxy thing. And I've heard literally nothing about this ever. Like I have never seen this before. But it's a really good skin tint slash foundation. I enjoyed it. Okay, Fenty Beauty. She's got a lot of really good products. I like the brand as a whole. I've liked almost everything I've tried from Fenty. My top two, I got two. They're in the same realm, so I think that it counts. Okay. Obviously, if I have to pick one, only one, it's gonna be this. This is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Uncuffed. This is my holy grail lip shade. This is the one that like, if I could only wear one lip shade for the rest of my life, it would be this. It is so pretty. This lasts for a good portion of the day, and I really like the applicator, right? Because it's a good shape to get in your lips. This one is like going bad very quickly because the smell is starting to turn. I need to work on using this up. But I love this. The lip paints, I've tried a couple of other shades. They're good, right? The formula is fantastic, but this color in particular is my absolute favorite. So yes, this one is great. I want to give a shout out though to the gloss bombs. I have a few of them. I am not a lip gloss person, right? I haven't been very into lip glosses. These gloss bombs got me into lip glosses because they're not sticky, right? They have like this nice reflection with a little bit of shimmer in it, but they just make your lips look so good. And I have actually gone out of my way to purchase several of these now because I like these so much. And I've been wearing more lip glosses because I like these so much, and they've kind of got me turned on to like the whole lip gloss love. And seriously, if you don't like lip glosses because you find them too sticky or just too sheer or whatever, try these. These are a little bit more opaque in color, but they're not like liquid lipstick form, right? They're good. They switched me. I switched sides after trying them. They're so good. Next, let's talk about Ofra. I feel like some of you guys might know what I'm gonna say. From Ofra, I have a lot of their palettes, right? I've tried a good amount of their stuff. Their eyeliners, some of their face products, palettes, eyeshadow, and face palettes, some of their lip products. They have good, solid products. Their makeup setting spray is a really good one. They have good, solid products, but hands down, the best Ofra product is the highlight in Rodeo Drive. This one specifically, if you want a gold highlight, you guys, this is so gorgeous. Mine is so old, and I literally, if you guys have seen any, I love that. If you guys have seen any of my like face declutters, like decluttering my face makeup, I have had so many of these over the years that I've ended up decluttering most of them because like I'd never get through them in time because this is such a good highlight. It's so good. It's so good. This is seriously one of my all-time favorite highlights. It's so pretty. Try it if you have not. I freaking love it. I have a couple of other highlights to talk about though, because apparently I really like highlights. One of these I just spoke about, Nabla. Okay, Nabla. I have just tried some Nabla products for the first time, I think this year, and everything has been phenomenal. It's so good. They have really nice products across the board from what I've tried. But this right here, I just talked about this in a Shop My Stash. This is the Skin Glazing Glow Powder in Ozone. I want to get more of these too. Now, someone had said that I think they also have blushes, I think, that I need to check out. And then I want to say I have like a bronzer from this line, but seriously, look at that. I love this. This is one of the greatest highlighters I think I've ever tried in my entire life. And it's literally like, I have 3 highlighters to talk about today. Probably my all-time favorite highlighters, and I love highlights, but these are so good. If you want to try Nabla, this is what I would recommend to you. These were super huge when they first came out for good reason. The other highlight is from Natasha Denona. Now Natasha Denona has a lot of really great products. She's got lipsticks, fabulous. She's got eyeshadow palettes. This one was really hard for me because I love the big eyeshadow palettes that she does. They are so good. Seriously, some of the best eyeshadow palettes that I've ever used. But it's this. It's this. I did a whole video on this. This is the I Need a Nude Glow highlight. And it is seriously stunning. I love this highlight. It's so funny because I feel like I normally don't think I really go for gold highlights, but like 2 out of these 3 are gold. This is gorgeous though. It's so nice because you can kind of give it a more subtle look for like a no makeup, just kind of glow from within highlight, or you can build it up. It's really versatile, which I like. And the pan is huge. You get so much product in here. My runners up would be the big palettes. Glam, Biba, the Triochrome, the Love palettes, the Bronze palette. There's so many good palettes from her. And I just recently started getting some of her palettes. I think I had one and then I started getting more because I actually really liked the one that I had. And they are good. They're very expensive, but as far as formula goes, I actually really like them. And I think that if I had to like really get rid of a lot of my palettes, those would definitely stay. Hands down. Like I'd get rid of most of my collection before I got rid of those. But this highlight is something else, you guys. This is life-changing. It is so good. Okay, let's talk about Too Faced. Too Faced was hard because they have a lot of really good products. They've got a whole face that is great, right? They've got, I mean, literally everything. They have some of my favorite concealers. They have some of my favorite foundations, some of my favorite powders, setting sprays, blushes, bronzers, highlights. They have the cutest collections. They have some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, mascaras, eyeliners, lip products, literally everything. But when it comes down to it, my absolute favorite Too Faced product is their bronzers. This is a little black book of bronzers, which they haven't made this in years. I don't even want to talk about it. It's super old, and I've mentioned before because I actually just used this in a Shop My Stash too. You can pry this out of my cold dead hands because I'm never getting rid of it. But this was like all of the bronzers that they had in one palette. So the Milk Chocolate Soleil is like the best bronzer ever. It is gorgeous and you can use it as a contour. It's great. Endless Summer, Beach Bunny, Pink Leopard, right? What a choice, but it's so pretty on the skin. Dark Chocolate Soleil, Snow Bunny was huge back in the day. You guys, like, okay, so if I could only pick one, it would be the Milk Chocolate Soleil for sure. Does this palette count? Because this is what I would pick. But I mean like any of these, they're all so gorgeous. And I think I heard that they discontinued these bronzers. I don't know if that's true because I don't know why they would. I don't know what they plan to bring out to replace them. But these are hands down the best bronzers I've ever used. Besides the CoverFX like Monochromtic Duo bronzer, I don't even have another bronzer here. Like that is done. That's it. Okay, NYX. NYX has quite a history in the beauty community. They've got really good products too. NYX has started to go up in price over the last couple of years though, and a lot of their stuff is getting more expensive, and I don't like that because their products aren't that good in my opinion, but they have these. These are the Jumbo Eye Pencils. These were so big years ago in the beauty community. Everyone had these. Everyone had the whole line. I had, I think, most of the line at one point, and I didn't use most of them. A lot of them were colored, but they had a couple of more like neutral shades. And then this one in particular, this is the shade Milk. You can still get these at Ulta, probably the NYX website too. But this is the shade Milk, and this is literally just a white shade. And I like using this because if you use this as an eyeshadow primer, which is how I use it, you can use it as a cream shadow too, or as like a paint stick, I guess. I use it typically as an eye primer. You can also use it as an eyeliner. Anyways, it's such a nice white shade and it makes your eyeshadow pop, and I love that. I love using this for that purpose. It's really great, and I feel like these got kind of pushed to the wayside when all of these new products and things came out over the years, and no one really talks about these anymore, but this is still a stand-up product. If you need a good base or a versatile eye product, a good stick product, you know, this is a good one. And you can kind of blend it out too. So if you wanted to use one of the darker shades as kind of like a one and done eyeshadow look, you can use this and it functions as a cream shadow. You can use these for so many things, and I think that's one of the reasons why they were so popular. You know, now there's a lot of other things out there like this, but it's superb. I know that Becca is going out of business and we're all very sad about that. So let me take this time to tell you, when are they going out of business? Have they already gone out of business? No, it was like October or November, right? I don't know. If there's still time, go grab this. This is the Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Becca's known for a lot of things, and I have lip products, blushes, highlights, oh, the prettiest highlights, face palettes, foundations, primers. They're known for a lot of things, concealers. This is the greatest though. The Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It's this gorgeous peach shade, but it makes your under eyes look so bright, right? And so awake and vibrant. And this is, it's almost like a color corrector type concealer. It is so good. If you have not tried this from Becca, or you're looking for something to pick up, this is what I recommend. This is one of their best selling products, and it's for a good reason, because this is the best. I have yet to find anything that reminds me of this enough that's also cruelty free. So if you have any suggestions, actually, because I'm not gonna be able to get this anymore, so if you have any suggestions, let me know down below, because this was my favorite. And I was using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid, but they don't make those anymore either. What am I to do? BareMinerals. BareMinerals I don't love, because I feel like their products are good. They're stand-up, cult classic, good products, right? They're good basic staples to have. I am kind of like a packaging critic, I guess. I don't know like a nice way to say that, but like I really care about packaging, and I judge the fuck out of packaging. If it's not pretty, I don't want it. Okay? That's just unfortunately what it comes down to. That's just who I am. I'm not gonna change it about myself. I'm fine with that, because it also, ideally, like hypothetically speaking, makes me more picky when it comes to makeup. I don't know if that's working, but hypothetically it would. Anyways, this is my favorite BareMinerals product though. This is the Gen Nude Eyeshadow and Primer in Undressed. This, again, I just used in a shop my stash, and I remembered how much I freaking loved it. It's literally just this gorgeous neutral shade. It blends out really nicely, and it creates the best canvas for eyeshadow. Nothing budges, nothing moves. You can still blend your eyeshadow out on it, obviously, but then it's like locked in for the day. Like that's it, it's done. I love this. Seriously, this is also starting to go kind of bad. Like, it doesn't smell yet, but like you can kind of tell the tide is changing. So I need to start working on using this up as well. I'm gonna have to pull these out because I need to get those going. But seriously, superb, amazing, I love it. From CoverGirl, CoverGirl has had a lot of really good products over the years. The issue is most of the foundations that I really have enjoyed from CoverGirl, they've discontinued. That bugs me. Or they've changed. So CoverGirl though, good stand-up drugstore brand. They are a cruelty-free drugstore brand. Their mascaras, hands down. Here's my issue. I don't have any of their mascaras right now because I get mascaras from subscription boxes and stuff. I have not had to go out and purchase a mascara myself in I don't even know how long. But CoverGirl mascaras, oh. And then if the next time that I have to go out and buy a mascara, it's going to be CoverGirl mascara. I used CoverGirl all throughout high school. Literally, the big orange tube. I don't even remember what it's called. Lash Blast, because no one cares what it's called. It's the big orange tube mascara. Everyone knows what it is, okay? And it's great. Please tell me they still make it, because it just occurred to me that they may have discontinued it, because it's been years. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because every mascara that they've come out with has been the greatest mascara ever, because that's what they do, okay? Super affordable. You can get it literally anywhere because it's CoverGirl, and they are the greatest mascaras ever, okay? I have this is my runner-up product, right? This is the Clean Matte pressed powder oil control in Classic Ivory. It's a good pressed powder, but let's be honest, we're not here for this. We're here for the damn mascaras. I have never, think about this. How many mascaras have I tried in my life? Well over 100. I would be willing to say well over 200 because I've tried a lot of mascaras, okay? Nothing has ever compared to the CoverGirl Lash Blast. The Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, if you like open it and then, you know, close it up and then you wait 24 hours, it kind of starts to like dry out a little bit so it's not as wet. That one is close, but it's still, it does not touch the CoverGirl mascara. That is all. Charlotte Tilbury, love her products. And again, if I could only pick one product from Charlotte Tilbury, it would be the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I don't know what is in that bottle. I don't know. I don't have any more because I used it and I refuse to buy a new bottle because I don't need it. And I keep telling myself that. And it's $44 a bottle and I don't need it. Here's the thing though. So like you can use it in different ways, right? I would put it on before my primer or after my primer. I don't even remember how I used it. All I know is that I would put it on and my skin would glow like an Egyptian queen. Like just that gorgeous gold. Oh, my skin has never looked better than when I used the Flawless filter. It's so pretty. I don't know what it is even supposed to do, but it really does make your skin look flawless, like you have a fucking filter on. It's great. But I'm not buying another one because I don't need it. So this would be my go-to. This is the Pillow Talk Revolution lipstick. Obviously she's known for Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is like the shade of her brand, and look at that. Can you even question why? It's gorgeous. There have been a couple shades that I've tried from this line that I have also really liked, but Pillow Talk, it looks good on literally everybody. Every skin tone that I've ever seen with this shade on, it looks gorgeous, like unbelievably so pretty. And it's so popular that it has launched now like literally every other product you could think of in a Pillow Talk shade. This is the one. It's a great lipstick. The formula is really nice, and obviously the shade is really nice. So that would be if I can only pick one. Okay, this was really exciting to film actually. Like I said, these are like, this was if I could keep one product for every brand plus the brand's runner-up products, just based off of my memory. And y'all know my memory is trash, so that means something. The fact that I can remember these products and what products I liked, that means so much to my makeup life because they stuck with me after all these years. Okay, let me know down below if you guys have done this tag or if you plan to do this tag. Send me a link down below and I'll check them out because this is fascinating to me. If you haven't and you just want to like let me know like what would you keep? If you could keep one item for every brand, let me know down below. But think about doing this because this is actually really fun. Very eye-opening, and it's good if you're trying to kind of get into a more mindful setup for buying makeup. This is a really good thing to see. It turns out a lot of the lip shades that I like are very similar to each other. Like my all-time favorite Holy Grail lip shades are all very similar to each other. So why do I keep buying other lip shades? I don't know. It's a conundrum for the years to come. So yeah, let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that bigger subscribe button if you'd like to see more of me. And I will catch you guys next time. Have a great one. Goodbye.